Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of CGL's Collectibles. In this episode, my girlfriend, my dad, and we all head to a flea market in, I believe, Cliffside Park. I'm not sure of the town that it was in, but it was a small flea market, about 50, maybe 60 vendors, and I have footage of the entire flea market and all the highlights of all the good stands that we went to, and I'll share my thoughts on that in a second. And then my dad also went to another flea market, and while my dad was at the other flea market, at the New Jersey Meadowlands flea market, he ended up buying a short box of comic books for 30 bucks, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. It's actually a lot of good Bronze Age comics, and I'll share that purchase at the end of the video so you guys can see his whole box of comics that he bought. I believe it ended up being like 110 or 115, something like that. 115, 110 comics for 30 bucks, and there was some pretty good stuff in there. So let's dive into the footage. Let me know your opinion on the flea market, because I have my opinions and I'm not sure how people are gonna perceive them, but I'm gonna share them anyway. So as we're walking through the flea market, I'll chime back in. I'll give you some of my inputs to what I thought about the flea market. And for now, just sit back, enjoy, and let me know what you think.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Too. Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
Everything here's $4, 3 for 10 or less.
It's awesome.
The pops over here are all between 10.
And now I saw that.
Freddie Mercury is 20, and I also have the other guy. 15. I think they're the other guy goes 8.
You gotta be cleaned up a little bit. Do you have this?
I do.
He's 15 or
In better shape?
I have one mint in the box.
Oh, wow. So he's got these packs.
If you're
I
all
see
together,
these,
you
yeah.
can pick out
He
all the
said
ones
he
you
would
want.
do everything for 30 bucks.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
The packs.
15. I can do. Yeah, I can do him and Whitney.
This one you get 20 commons and 5 rares. I don't know the vintage of it.
I could do Zell.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's okay. Yeah.
look around.
We'll look around. We'll be back.
Somebody.
Oh,
No, that's okay. Do you buy comics and stuff?
Not really, it just has like action figures.
Okay.
I buy it, I collect comic cards. As you collect. Alright. Everything over here is $4, 3% or less comic books.
How's it going? Good.
I used to catch them in Florida and bring them back.
Think about that.
Sorry.
So I gotta tell you, as we're going through this flea market, the one thing that I keep noticing, and it just irks me, is just the amount of repetitive, I call it plastic junk, that I keep seeing at all these stands. And it's not just this flea market. It's when you go to some toy shows in the area. It's when you go to comic book shows. You just keep seeing the same stuff, and I don't know why. You know, but it just does bother me. I like variety and I like vintage. If everybody's selling the same stuff, it's, you know, you can just go to one stand and just see everything. I don't know, maybe it's just me. You guys tell me what you think, because it seemed like every single stand that was selling collectibles at this flea market, they were all selling the same stuff.
$3 for $10 on the turtles.
3 for 10?
Listen, I'm just sorting through some stuff. I got nothing too special over here. Better stuff's on that side. So. But I want to donate some
No, yeah, that'd be fine.
Don't put your phone down because you're going to lose it.
I'm not. Everything's here. 2, 3.
Grab 5 records. 5 records?
Yeah.
So $20. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.
That lady over there.
You make it that, huh?
Oh, I make them now.
Oh, okay.
How's it going? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. How you doing? My newest one I just picked up, Flock Edition Walmart exclusive Gizmo. You can tell the material is not plastic. He's fuzzy. He's got the fuzzy coat.
You ever have the ones where you cut the head off and you actually see this stuff inside?
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do. Yeah, some kids open it up and do that. Got the little brain.
Something inside their head?
Yeah, like a little brain or like a little toy, little figurine.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson? No, I don't have that one. Yeah, I seen that. They got a couple OG ones too. Up there. OG, like back in the day, man. Oh, that one? Yeah, they got the heads too. Yeah. They came out with Homer the heads.
Unless there's a specific financial.
Yeah, bro, it's at like 320. God, bro. It went up to 400, but then it dropped back to 320.
Yeah.
It's at like 300, 320, so it's like stabilizing right there. I think it's gonna stabilize like right around that mark.
Bro, I regret it because I fucking sold it for 150. Like literally 2.5 months ago, bro.
I remember I was trying to buy the car. I was trying to negotiate. I should have just bought those. I should have just bought those. When I jumped up. This was like the 25, 30
Yes, right? $8
Oh my,
My inner
God.
child is screaming.
Oh my God.
Big beef nila. Big beef. How big is the big beef? Okay, big.
Anything on that side?
The one on the right, the big beef.
The end of the back aisle.
The end, yeah, the end.
What is this box?
Heirloom.
Heirloom?
Yeah.
Big size too?
Yeah,
Pwede
big
na yan?
size. Good.
Yeah.
Measure that.
How much is it?
$5.
Okay, pass here.
Dino Latino. Dean Martin sings Latin songs. Got a couple
See
of things
something
that
that I
I
like.
would pull the trigger, but I'm not buying. What is that?
It's beta player.
Oh, Beta 2. We don't.
Just curious how much you had on this. $6. 6? Think about it. It's really cool.
It's not playable though. You don't have to.
I'm gonna think about it. I'll think about it. Okay, so that was the flea market. I do apologize, I don't remember what town it was. I do know that they have this flea market once a month, and I want to say like Cliffside Park or Englewood or something like that, even though I don't think it's either of those towns, but it's somewhere in that area. Let me now cut to my dad. He's going to be showing you his buys from the New Jersey Meadowlands Flea Market. This is the flea market that's local to us. He ended up going by himself one morning because I was fast asleep from a long Friday night. And he ended up going to the New Jersey Meadowlands Flea Market, bought a short box of comics from one of our favorite dealers, John. And let me know what you think of his stuff, and I'll show it to you right now.
Hello, CGL fans. It's Dad here. And this is some of the stuff that I got on my own. I went to Meadowlands Flea Market, and I just want to share. I know Chris didn't make the Meadowlands Flea Market this week, and I really want you guys to tell me how I did. I found a guy selling some $1 comics and $2 comics, and I bought 6 Dazzlers for $1 a piece. And I'd love to know in the comments what you think about Dazzler, what you think about maybe a Taylor Swift movie. I think she'd be a perfect fit for the Dazzler character, who generates her superpowers from sound, and of course music is her main source of power, and she's in the music industry, so that would be great. Tell me what you think. I'm trying to put some runs together. And then I finally made it to my two favorite guys. I wish I had their business cards, but I went to see Joey D, who's a great buyer of collections, and he's a great seller at the flea market. He didn't have anything, so then I went to our other guy, John. I think we mentioned him before in the video. In the videos, he has a store, I think, in Fair Lawn off Route 17. Great place to visit. He brings a lot of great stuff, and he had a short box on his table. And I opened it up, and I just kind of thumbed through. And I said, you know, I looked at it, and I said, this is late 70s, early 80s. It looks like mostly Marvel. And John knows how I buy. What do you want for the whole box? And he gave me a great price. He said, how about 30 bucks? And I pulled the trigger. So I want you guys to tell me how I did. I did count the comics. I didn't look at all of them, but I did count 101 comics for 30 bucks. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff that was in here. And you can tell me what you think. And I did kind of thumb through them. I know there's no great keys, but there's some interesting stuff. I don't know if I have all of these. This one looks like something I don't have. But again, it's mostly superhero. A lot of Marvel. The Black Cat there. Superman. They're actually seem to be in pretty decent shape. Great comic. Of course, the first appearance of the Champion. We've had that comic before. Some Iron Man. Hey, guess what? Another Dazzler. Marvel team-ups, 2-in-1s. Again, nothing super great, but you know me, there's stuff that I like to collect, and there's stuff that I resell, and I'll put a lot of these back up as a resell. Oh, that's cool, a nice Invaders comic. There's some DC mixed in here, some Avengers. It's not in such a great shape. A Star Wars comic. Some Man of Steel. I love Star Trek. A couple of really nice Star Trek comics. That's cool. What else we got here? Micronauts. Superman, another Machine Man. Luke Cage. Conan. You know I love my cartoons. There's a Richie Rich. Justice League. Brave and the Bold. Adventure. These are reprints. The Marvel Super, actually, I think they're reprints. I don't know if there are any new storylines in those. We got Thor. Sad Sack, which is just hysterical. Defenders. This is probably the reason I bought the batch, is when I was thumbing through with John, I did see one X-Men, so I was hoping there would be more, and there's probably not any more, but I'm glad I got one X-Men. GI Combat. Another Machine Man, that looks like the same issue. Movie comic. Weird War, you know, that's one of my favorites. Hulk. Sergeant Fury, Conan, Defenders. I love the Super Friends. I was glad to see that in there. War, Sergeant Rock, Marvel Tales, Brave and the Bold, another Power Man Iron Fist, another Super Friends, Thor, more Avengers, a Superman, and a Ghostly Haunts. Now, there was other stuff in this box. Don't know anything about it. Sammy the Seal. Children of the Night, Tide. There's a Mad Magazine Christmas issue. I don't know what Blight is. The Venus Interface. Romeo and Smurfette Smurf Adventures, and 12 other stories. And a book. So let me know how I did. I know there's no keys, nothing super great. But there was some stuff in there, like I got the box. That's about 10 bucks, I think, at the store. So let me know what you think, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the future.
And that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I do wish I had more exciting buys from the flea market that I went to, but unfortunately there was really nothing there that I really wanted to pull the trigger on. And so at the end of the day, I came home with money in my pocket rather than junk I don't want. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.